It's hard to believe. Every time I say it, it's hard to believe that it has been nearly a year since Hurricane Helene swept through the Carolinas, badly damaging Western North Carolina. It is a story, and the recovery of Western North Carolina is something that we've covered extensively, and that we continue to cover. This is our community. This is a place, this is an area that we are totally invested in, just like you guys are at home. And we always love to check. We continuously check in, and we've been doing stories leading up to the anniversary, and we'll have more on the actual anniversary about the recovery. But we want to send it now to Miles Harris, who is there at Lake Lure. So Miles, you're there because, again, the recovery efforts continue, and today local officials and federal officials were there assessing that damage.
Yeah, Nick, I know you mentioned that as far as us always checking in this community. It's like my 5th time out here this month. But yeah, it's an awesome thing. They make sure that we're keeping track of this community, seeing the recovery efforts, and making sure that there is still progress that is being made, and making sure that this community can really feel some of that sense of normalcy. Like you said, a year since Hurricane Helene had really struck this part of Western North Carolina. So right now, yeah, we were at Lake Lure, and we actually got a chance to see some of those federal leaders, with the EPA in particular, really take their rounds throughout parts of Lake Lure, especially the very popular areas here. We got to see them at Morris Park, where we're standing right now. We also saw them check out the Lake Lure Beach, and we also saw them check out the Lake Lure Dam as well. And so those are some of the really popular areas here when it comes to tourists, when it comes to the people that live in the community as well. And so they're obviously still trying to build that sense of normalcy and trying to make sure that those areas, specifically even that dam in particular, get back to normal. But again, there's still a lot of work that needs to be made when it comes to making sure that can make sure that it has a long lasting impact and resiliency, and making sure that it can stay intact, not just for the near future now, but also for the long-term future, Nick, which is also part of why the EPA was here, right? Seeing the progress that was made since that storm and since that hurricane had made its way through this area here too. But part of that is more than just the work that's being done here, as you can kind of see behind me here. Again, this is Morris Park. This is some of the area that's still kind of being put back together here. I'll step to the side so you can actually see my photographer Will kind of show you some of the work in trying to build this place back up. But part of the work is not just the recovery and the construction that's being done right now. Funding is needed, right? And so when it comes to an area like Lake Lure, that's a smaller town, there's only so many resources that they can use and exhaust up to this point. And so part of what they're doing right now is obviously highlighting the progress that's being made, but also that reminder that work is still being needed, especially when it comes to those resources and those finances, Nick, which is also a big piece on why the EPA was out here today. They'll look at the progress, but also hopefully see that they can make sure that they've seen what needs to be done as well when the continuing efforts are made out here, Nick.
And Miles, there was no exaggeration on your part. You've been out there several times. I can't even count the amount of times you've been out in the year since Helene happened. For you, walk us through, before I let you go, and I know you're busy out there, what has this past year been like, seeing that recovery at each stage?
Honestly, it's surreal. I remember literally standing, and we've talked about it on stream and also off stream as well. Going back to Boone in particular, you know, me and a photographer at the time there, we were actually there in downtown Boone, and we remember literally seeing the water from the storm make its way through Appalachian State, through downtown Boone, and to kind of see where we are now. And I've covered so many pieces of it, whether it's downtown Boone, whether it was the Christmas event that they had just down the road with Lake Lure, trying to connect Chimney Rock, seeing them try to find that normalcy, hearing from people in this community, still seeing parts and pieces that still need work on. It's so surreal to see the progress that's really been made out here, seeing the devastation that it created, but also seeing how much of this community is really coming together, seeing resources even from Western North Carolina outside of it come back, try to build this back together. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done, like we've always talked about here. But when I go specifically even down the road and looking at that Lake Lore Beach where that popular historic hotel is, it's so weird to kind of see the beach with no water in it, right? And still seeing it hopefully get back to a point where people can be familiar with it. It's still a work in progress, but again, Nick, the word that really comes to mind to me is really surreal on the progress that's being made, but obviously there's still a road ahead as well with the work that's being done and needed out here as well, Nick.
Man, well said, Miles. Well said, and great work that you've been doing. Make sure you check out Miles's work on our digital platforms. You can see dozens of his stories that he's done. There's no exaggeration on my part. Miles, thank you for your time. You can catch Miles at 4:30 and at 6:15. Miles, be safe, and again, thank you for your time, man.